Typically with self-storage, it is a hyper-localized investment. 60 to 90% of your clientele will come from the local trade area, as we call it. And that trade area changes depending on how dense the population is. So in urban centers like downtown Philly, downtown New York, you're looking at half a mile to 1 mile trade area. In more suburban areas like this one, Wilkes-Barre, we look at typically a 3 to 5 mile trade area. And then in more rural settings, we look at a 5 to 10 mile trade area. So we're going to be focusing on these 3 and 5 mile metrics. So the very first thing I want to point out here is that it has a substantial population to draw from. In addition to that, we look at the total housing units and its relation to the total amount of rental housing units, because renters are more likely to use self-storage. They are typically in transition more times in their lifetime than someone that has a permanent residence. And our benchmark is we like to see about 20+% of the total housing stock going as rental housing units. And as you can see here, we're well outpacing that amount by, I think here we're at about 30 to 35%, maybe even 40% of the total housing stock as rental housing.